close watch on what's happening. Shri Iyer, let me bring you in, sir. You had a point to make, and then I'm going to get Satyaprakash Mishra.
Yes, a couple of observations. A few weeks ago, when Priyanka decided to throw her hat into the campaigning, I had asked this question: is this the last check that the family wants to encash? Now it's almost as if the check was almost presented in front of the bank cashier and then it was withdrawn. Because in my opinion, this is an implicit admission by Congress that they have lost Lok Sabha 2019. This is my perception, I could be wrong. Also, the fact that Rahul Gandhi had to puff and huff to file his nomination papers in Amethi may have had some bearing, because whatever rules were applied to Rahul Gandhi applied to Priyanka also. She may not have a British citizenship, but she definitely has Italian citizenship too.
Then I come back to the moot point. They may not win, they may not succeed, but they want to send a message. How come the Congress doesn't understand that? Then let me get in Sri Iyer on that.
All
right, sir. Let me get in the other panelists. I want to get in Sri Iyer, and then I want to get in some of the other panelists as well.
Prime Minister Modi keeps raising the bar in terms of how to visually present himself. You can see tradition, you can see culture. And by the way, doing all this is not that expensive, but what it calls for is meticulous planning and execution. And you can see that on display here. Even if you look at some of the crowd that have assembled here, they don't seem to have been bussed in. They are there because they want to thank their Prime Minister for the 5 years that he has served them, their constituency. So this might be actually a positive vote for Modi for his contribution to the city of the constituency of Varanasi, as well as for the country. So, I think Congress needs to take a lot of notes, because in order for them to put up a credible candidate, and in my opinion, for a thriving democracy, you have to have two parties, and it's still my hope that Congress will be the second party going into the next election. And they need to do a lot of homework, a lot of soul searching. First off, they need to find a leader. This family has still got a feeling of entitlement that needs to go.
We saw a lot of Main Bhi Chaukidar Hai placards in the crowd today. On the screens, you can see Prime Minister Modi. With him is Amit Shah, BJP President. Mahendranath Pandey is also there, and so is, of course, Yogi Adityanath, UP Chief Minister. Shri Iyer, let me ask you this, as far as the optics of what is happening on screen right now, impact in Hindi heartland states?
Yes, and if you look at some of the rituals performed, they have given chandan on his face. And Aarti is something that always thrills everybody. Anyone who visits Haridwar or Varanasi, they look forward to Aarti because it's a grand spectacle, and it has a feeling of bhakti in it. And that he's doing it here to kick off his campaign before he's nominating his nomination, his candidacy for Varanasi, tells you that he is, somehow he has this knack of combining tradition, culture, modernity all in one. That is the thing. There is a lot of subliminal messages that are happening here that it will take some time for people to sink that in. But it is like including everyone, taking everybody along. This is a more inclusive Modi than the Modi of 2014, in my opinion.